North Carolina coming off a 91-69 bludgeoning of Notre Dame Wednesday. Bessar too strong against one of the best shot blockers in the nation in Grunlow. Here's DeRitter. Good for three. Malik Thomas kicks it. Lewis sticks it.
Who played 11 years in the NBA, just mentioned that performance by Rich was the best shooting performance he's ever seen as North Carolina comes up with.
Derek Dixon, true freshman point guard, sets up Bessar, rattles it in.
Because the depth is not great for North Carolina on the front line.
How about this, Corey? Wilson hasn't taken a shot yet. Against Devin Tillis, Wilson will muscle it in against the very physical grad student from LA. There's the first bucket for Caleb.
But Wilson's not used to not seeing that extra defender when he catches the basketball on the block. Now navigating one-on-one and has had success.
And it's stripped away from White. Wilson running the floor. And the nation's dunk leader adds number 61 to his tally.
A number of people here, of course, are rooting for Virginia. Recognize Chance Mallory open on the opposite side.
Mallory now a contested three. Who needs to be open?
Which forces Wilson to get rid of the basketball. And right now, North Carolina looking discombobulated on the offensive end until pointing out Bessar and Wilson.
Young with a strip and steal. Ahead to Dixon against Hall. Dixon, Wilson, slam! Hall holds his ground.
Well, Hall is as strong as it gets, being able to get a low base.
Bessar, Stevenson slams North Carolina into its first lead. Bessar into Stevenson. Again has the size mismatch with Hall, doing his best to body him, and Stevenson just sticks a turnaround in his face. Lewis gives it to Mallory. The freshman spark plug ties the game at 67. Tess DeRitter with 7 to shoot. Guarded by Bessar. DeRitter puts his head down and gets it to go. Wilson guarded by Onyensu. Comes over to set the screen. Dixon for Stevenson. That three is good. Here's Bogovats off a screen. Gives it to Stevenson. He's been the man in the second half. And he scores to tie the game. Plus a foul. Both teams in the bonus shooting 1-on-1. Here's DeRitter. They get it to him. Into Stevenson. And an offensive foul drawn by Stevenson. 11 turnovers for UVA. Only 4 for UNC. Dixon with a kickback. Stevenson. Yes, sir! And his Tar Heels lead by 4. Closing in on the final minute to play. Dixon into the paint. Dixon with a tough shot off balance, easily blocked by Grunlow. Here's Dallin Hall for UVA. 4-point game. Hall driving. Hall scores it. Right around Bogovats to cut the lead to 2. Dixon guarded tightly by Dallin Hall. Over to Caleb Wilson. Wilson, long steps. Off the backboard and good. Caleb Wilson.
The pass to Welling is stolen. And then Clemson steals it right back. Quick hands by Porter. Here come the Tigers all the way. A strong take by R.J. Godfrey.
Indeed, they do value possessions. They take care of the ball.
Reeves. Boy, we've seen a heavy dose of leaners and floaters from both teams.
6'10", 6'11" out there.
Reeves showing off some mid-range game. Boy, that shot is so pure.
Yes.
2-point game. Clemson a chance to take the lead or tie with a 2 here. And that's going to be a goaltend on Sela.
Left shoulder to finish. He's got length and reach. Hard to contest that.
Clemson's on a 7-0 run and looking for more here. Won't find it on the initial shot. Offensive rebound and thunder is slammed by Godfrey.
All around, getting a feel for where the open man, but you see R.J. Godfrey there. What I really like about the Tigers is they know how to turn that corner when they're getting downhill.
Buckner drops the triple, and it's a 12-0 run for Clemson. Buckner was 7. Buckner with 5. Buckner, no screen, has to defer. Last second, Hunter, he's going to have to launch quickly. Yes, at the buzzer. Dylan Hunter. How about 6 ties and 11 lead changes at half?
We'll see what they come out and do.
Waleen's going to have to launch. 5 on the shot clock, and he buries the triple.
When the ball gets around, you just see Waleen stepping in, able to knock it down with the 3. You have size out there, Mike, and those guys are versatile. So if they can just put some more pressure, ball pressure out here on the ball, and be able to contest.
Waleen!
Just bad offense there, but here you go. Just being able to get wide open shots. Defense.
6'10", and he's bringing it up the floor, and now he's driving, and he's slamming! Hey! Waleen finds the guard, Porter. Porter, step back 3. Porter!
11 threes. They started off at one point. We know they're at 2 for 12, 1 of 10, but they're just coming back, making the right
victory in conference, and it's now 5 straight road wins in this series between the Tigers and the Yellow Jackets.
Cialepa. Both teams getting some reserves into the game. 3 from the left wing. Remains to be seen if Darian Williams will play at all in the remainder of the first half. Quick 3 by Holloman is good. First 3-pointer of the game for NC State. And laid it in, he's got 7 points. McNeil buries the 3.
That's his game, the catch and shoot 3. He can drive the ball to the basket.
Another 3's up and in.
Panthers just not able to respond that time.
Good post feed for Corhen. Gathers, goes up strong, missed the shot, tipped up and in by Dunning.
And they've got to get some contribution.
Minor running in transition. Dunning wide open 3. He got it. Abel. Oh, the left-handed.
Corhen has to be very careful here. He doesn't want to get his 3rd foul.
Witherspoon, the athletic catch, and then he slays it up and in. With those 2 fouls. NC State running it up the court with Copeland. Gallops to the rim, lays it up and in.
Cialepa has a mismatch against Holloman inside. They have to be able to find that.
They're trying to get it to him. Instead it'll be a minor 3, and he knocks it down.
Okay, well, if you can't throw it inside, make it 3. There you go. Against the smaller Minor.
Williams looks to attack him, feeds it for his teammate. Struggling here. 3 on the shot clock. Abel blocked by Cialepa. And now Minor is in all alone ahead of the field. He will lay it up and in. The 3 from the corner. He's got 12 points. Looking to answer at the other end. McNeil. And a timeout, NC State. Copeland.
Here he goes again.
Gets downhill, kicks it out for a right corner 3. It's good. Run for the Wolfpack. Corhen missed it. Rebounded by NC State. Van Allen Lubin. Copeland attacking in transition. To McNeil. He'll shoot another 3. It's good.
Ball in the basket. This is a very big offensive possession for the Panthers.
Cummings will hoist up a 3 and hit it.
The Panthers, they need a couple of stops.
Copeland has found his rhythm. He attacks the rim, scores, and a foul. Cummings, step back 3. Back to back.
Concerned about whether they can finish in the top 15 of the ACC and make it to the ACC tournament.
Indrusitis hits the 33 seconds left. Pitt does have 1 timeout remaining. Holloman, alley-oop, slams it home. Then Allen Lubin, the exclamation point in transition. Win over Pitt.
They did not play anywhere close to their best game, but this may have been their grittiest game. This was really something.
NC State.
He only averages just over 4 points per game for Cooper Schwieger. Trying to get it inside to Boozer. 1 power dribble through the double team, and he lays it in for Duke.
3rd, 4th, and 5th scorers who have stepped up.
Schwieger's got 7 points to lead the way, and Duke gets a dunk at the other end from Brown.
Ain't that much from him to create off the dribble.
But then again, all eyes just inside of 7 minutes to go in our first half. Boozer teeing up a 3-ball. Follow jam! It's Evans for Duke. Second year of the program for Brown after 2 years at Syracuse. He makes the defensive play. Foster, Boozer. It'll fall, and the foul. Boozer to the free throw line.
Here's the play, and actually Malik Brown gets the block to start this very unselfish play. Cameron Boozer runs the floor extremely well and so good.
Mulvin had it knocked away by Boozer. Foster, an alley to the rim.
Let's see for Harris if he gets going, getting to the free throw line. Another good look.
13 points down for Boozer. The drive and bucket from Caleb Foster.
Both guys for Wake from 3.
Schwieger is the only Wake player in double digits in scoring, trying to defend Boozer.
He takes a look, he sees nobody coming, go to the middle and then drop in, and the ability to finish with both hands, left and right, important, and Boozer does a great job of that. So difficult to defend.
Harris again found the hot spot.
He was very quiet first half, Tom, only 3 points.
Foster out of the corner. Harris for 3. Long rebound. Brown got it, looking for Boozer for the double-fisted jam.
That earlier, but from the long rebound, and this is normally it's a good time to get a 3, but it also the defense was
73-53 after leading by 11 at halftime. Evans back to Boozer. Cameron on the offensive glass of the last 29 against teams in this league.
Well, and I think too the real impressive number, and it started in the preseason with the finish in there.
Cameron Boozer, too much. He and his teammates will get the victory. Boozer leads the way with 32 points. 90-69. Duke over Wake.
Uday got there to deny Kyle. Henderson, the high-flying freshman, one-handed jam. Renew live, and Uday's there to flush it home. 7-0 start.
Making defense and offense, getting out, playing fast, getting easy opportunities at the rim.
Syracuse still looking for their first bucket. Nate Kings delivers it right on cue. Renew, flying in, count it, plus the foul. Malik Renew, and Miami's getting back.
You got to be able to get those defensive rebounds.
William Kyle, count it, plus the foul. William Kyle, a chance for an and one. They both struggle in the half court. Renew, a lot of contact, no call, and he has the immediate answer. Renew, shoots rejecting the rim. Kyle all over Renew, wins the ball for Syracuse.
And how about Renew right here? Sneak it in, but Nate King.
Here's Nate George. Finds Freeman. Donnie Freeman has to hurry. 2 seconds to shoot. Pulls up, knocks it down. Donnie Freeman delivers. Charlotte, the spin cycle. Rejected. 2-on-1. Henderson to the rack. Rocks the rim. They haven't gotten the necessary stops defensively. Anthony, a deep three. Buries it. Kyan Anthony off the bench.
Anthony, a subtle ball fake, shifts Renew, and he's knocking it down, and have to finish that in transition if you're Starling.
Malovich, same spot, nothing but the bottom of the net.
Those are the guys who are going to have the ball a majority of time in the game. They have to be able to make plays and look to be aggressive.
Kings, through contact, gets it to go for 2.
And look to get downhill. If they trap you, somebody flash.
Kings fires the 3, hits it.
Or do that, Jay.
Henderson, freshman, throws out of the trap. A lob, Uday in control, hammer
hammers it home.
But how about the patience right there by Ude? He played, Syracuse adjusted, went zone. Second half, Miami figured it out. They had a really good showing.
Well, Miami comes into the Dome, and Jay Lucas and the Hurricanes, a convincing win.
Rebounding, you know that they've got multiple guys that can get that ball and then get into their fast break.
Take away by Hammond. 2-on-2, and Hammond will cross underneath and left-handed put it in.
Man, what a play.
Step back three, bang, right. Again, nice cut to the basket and a nice bounce pass from the big fella.
And good pass by Khalifa.
Hadley to the basket. And
So they go for an alley-oop for Lawal, comes up short. Oh, man.
oh, man is right. That back looks like it's doing okay.
And you know what Brown said? He said, don't let the smooth.
4 of 6 games. That's a forced shot there, but he got his own rebound. Kicks it to Conwell. And Conwell watches as Woolley lays it in. Conwell leads the Cardinals with 8. What a move. Oh! Wide open in the corner is Shoot. And he knocks in a back-to-back threes. But too easy there. Lead stands at 18. Hokies have the ball. Hansberry into the paint and left.
Was one-on-one and decided to put the ball on the floor.
Brown drains a 3.
And if you're a Hammer, you got to realize that a guy like that, you leave him in here because he can catch fire really fast. Doesn't need much time, and he is a flat-out shooter. You see good penetration again. Mikel Brown Jr. continue to put on a show. Like I said, we've seen him. He's got good bounce. I think the elevation on that jump shot.
Trailing by 14, not over yet. We got a game. Now all of a sudden creeping closer after the...
And they've done a good job of being able to move the Louisville defense and pass up good shots for better shots.
Another 3. Man, another
timeout. Hansberry is over and got a scolding from Mike Young. I'm curious what he said to him because he's got him, as you see, through come in to be able to play through the contact and get the 3-ball going. And then when you get the big fella comes through, gets that ball, handles it well, plays.
He comes back today, and they put 85 on the board in an 85-71 win over Virginia Tech.
McCray on the attack. Nice drop off to Steen for Florida. Miller had it knocked out of his hands by Somerville. The lob to DeSong, and the freshman can get up. Florida State has not led today. And Somerville with 10, Edwards with 10 to lead their teams. Boopy Miller, always a leader. And he drills a 3, no question about that one. 4 of them were in the ESPN 100. Off the inbound, Steen muscles it in with a foul. Got McCray off his feet. Walter steps into it. He drops it in. 5 to shoot. Wiggins puts it up. And Steen with an offensive rebound. Oh, Robert McCray, the 5th, springs for legs. Shot clock dying here, back into the hands of McCray against Edwards, an ace defender. McCray rising. Oh, he banked it in. That technology introduced us recently as well. Jones for the lead. He's caught it.
Look down in that basket a little bit.
Miller accelerates. And he flips it home. Now McCray against the big. McCray blows by him. Oh! Miller, the All-American candidate against Somerville. And Somerville with the strip. What a play by Martin Somerville. Look out, McCray got past Washington. Now Pierre against the taller Wiggins. 10 on the timer, Pierre for 3. Bullseye! A quick 5 from Jerron Pierre Jr. Somerville for the tie. American contender throwing it in, and McCray with the interception. McCray flips it in. Nigatolu looking for an outlet. Instead, backing down Wiggins. He finds Pierre. Jones, defended by Washington. 5 to shoot. The step back three is
timeout.
Edwards has not scored in the second half. And right on cue. McCray throwing it in for Wiggins. Taken away by Pierre. Who hammers. Under 10 on the timer. Jones. Oh! Wiggins playing with 4, trying to stay in front of Pierre. Under 10 to shoot. Pierre reverses it home. McCray into Somerville, has hit 3 threes. McCray against Miller. And McCray forces it in. 2-point game, 21 seconds. Miller navigates the traffic. The lob. Oh, Pierre Jr. brings the house down. McCray churning. Jones, can he hit it? Yes, he can. Looked like they wanted a foul in that case, not the tie-up. Into Miller, knocked out. Is that the end of the game? It is. SMU does get it in play, and the Mustangs can exhale. Down by 3. Deflected by Washington. And still Florida State ball. Out of bounds off the Mustangs. Looked like they wanted a foul in that case, not the tie-up. Into Miller, knocked out. Is that the end of the game? It is. SMU does get it in play, and the Mustangs can exhale. Andy Enfield's team coughed up a 14-point lead from the first half, but they win it 83-80. And
Fred Payne 3, got it. And a 7-0 start for Boston College.
But in the country, it's just so fun to watch, plays extremely hard, and his stroke has been on fire lately.
Oh, another rejection by Jaden Hastings.
Winning, and the more he shoots, the better this team is.
Kapke, corner 3 opportunity. Taves is 2 for 2. Started 8-zip. Frost to 3 and hits. Notre Dame began the game 0 for 8. They have found. Fred Payne, still perfect.
Touching it, they've got great spacing.
Hastings, great backdoor feed to the freaky athletic Aiden Shaw.
And so Boston College, one outlet pass. That's got to be 3 or 4 easy baskets in transition for them in this first half.
Shrewsbury saved that. Looked like that was headed out of bounds. Harrison goes right past Radunovic. Told him I was a fan of his. He said, why? I said, because you always color coordinated your highlighters and your ties. His hand coordinates on that 3.
Explosive athlete with an elite mid-range game, but one of these has to fall for Notre Dame.
Spot up 3. Shrewsbury with 15 to lead. Step back from Shrewsbury. Tout another offensive rebound. Kaler left open. Hits the reload. And Notre Dame has cut it to 3. Serta 3. Notre Dame leads. Open 3. Boston College gets their first of the second half on a stinger bank.
As an Ohio State Buckeye, so he understands the perspective from a player standpoint and a training standpoint.
Harrelson 360, and the left-hand scoop is good. Their 9th of the game.
Excuse me, partner. Try to make Jalen hit a jump shot.
Roll to the basket for Tout, and he puts it in for 2. One of the young stars in this game has helped Notre Dame climb all the way back from down 11. Hand hits a big 3.
Shrewsbury around the double team. 10 to shoot. Defended by Hastings with 4 fouls. Shrewsbury drills a 3. Just 32% shooting in the second half. Tout with the catch fittingly, and that will do it from South Bend.
Wide open. Hammond from Dent Smith on the roll. Bears team in terms of a lot of seniors and grads out there. Dent Smith gets an open look and buries it. You got to have high hands and take vision away from Okori. He throws that on a bullet on a skip. Stanford really not trying to break away on the miscue, and Hiote throws it down. Camden passes tip, they couldn't find him. Numbers for the Card. Dent Smith got it as Okori finds the 3-shooter in transition. All right, so Cal has gotten 4 straight stops. Can they chip away? There's Pippen, the pull-up 3. I think they're going to look at that at the next break. Pippen, good relocation on the perimeter. And he hits on cue. He's got... Good skip to Camden. Nice fake. And another knockdown. His 3rd of the ballgame. Pippen. There's Carr off the bounce. Sketch to the rim. Lays it up and in. 30-point outings in his last 8 games, including a freshman record 36 in the Carolina win last week. Ames. Another shot at a 3-point play. Don't forget Duke hosts Louisville Monday night on ESPN. Dort couldn't finish on the jam. Camden can on the drive. And Cal has a crack at a 3rd old-fashioned 3. Dent Smith gets a steal. And 1. Carr blocked. Dent Smith got it. Okori wants it. Agarwal, quick trigger for 3.
I like Camden in that nail area, ACC logo area.
Bell hits a big 3.
Good timeout by Mark Madsen. You get the bucket, you get the shot you want. Really good execution. When you're a team that struggles to rebound with a -2 margin all season, you need your guards to help, and he has done that. He's made big plays on the glass.
Camden open look for 3, and he nails it.
That might be the one.
Pippen. Oh, my goodness, the finish from Chris Bell. And that'll do it. Cal rallies from an early 16-point deficit, and they pull away late to beat Stanford 78-66.